All right. We're here. Welcome, everybody. It's this is Uncle Bruce. Okay, that's who I am. I'm your friend. I'm your friend to try to help you make money in the market and avoid pitfalls and avoid making catastrophic mistakes, like do not chase hot rumors about what incredible upside certain stocks have. You can go to a million channels for that. No, this channel kind of attempts to keep you in a lane of profitability where you're running conservative investment strategies, learning to write call options, put options, spreads. You're an option writer. You're a casino. If you are joining me here, you want to be a casino offering wagers to gamblers, the crazies, the desperados. You're taking their money up front, you're holding it, and then you decide how little to give back, how little to give back. You're an option writer. That's what you do. If you're here, that's what you're going to become if you stick around here. The longer you stay here and read comments from these viewers every day, you're going to realize, good Lord, do these people make money? It's unbelievable how they just make money all the time. And you could, in theory, don't mind me, I've got to plug in my big SI pen. You could, in theory, replicate all the trades that my viewers make here all the time. And all you have to do is, for free, like for nothing, open up a practice account with any of these online brokerage apps that you can subscribe to. And set up a practice account and turn it on for options trading. And literally, like the guy at Parks and Rec used to say, replicate the trades that my viewers tell you they're making, and then just fold your arms and watch how they work out. The thing is, here's the thing, okay? There's this thing. You might have $50,000 to invest in the market from what used to be $100,000 because you're an idiot. We're all idiots, by the way. I'm not picking on anybody. I'm not criticizing anyone, but we're all idiots. So you lost money in the market. Okay, so you found me and you're going, can you help me? Can you help me get my money back? Can you help me grow my money? And I'm saying to you, why don't you jump a practice account and replicate the trades that my viewers are doing to see if, these people are lying. And you're saying to yourself and to me, you're yelling at the screen, I only have $50,000. I can't do $250,000 of trading like these other people do. And I'm coming back to you going, you know what? Yes, you can, because it's a pretend account. You're using a practice account to see if strategies work or not. And in theory, you could put together 10 or 20 or 30 different trades that you're witnessing my viewers talk about over here at, say, I don't know, $5,000 worth of each trade or $10,000 of each trade, even though you don't have that much money. Because what you want to know is, Uncle Bruce, you talk about offering classes and about how to train people and how to become an option writer, and you've done 18 classes, and now you're bringing out number 19. You talk about learning how to do this, and I want to know if this is legit and really works or not, because I just found you in the last day or two or three, or week or two or three. And I'm saying to you, yeah, do it through a practice account with, say, 10 grand per trade, and get 20 of these going at the same time. $200,000 of the trades. It's all pretend money. You might not have $200,000 to use, but what you will do is you will put together 20 different trades that people are doing, and you're now going to sit there and analyze how these trades are working out, because you're quickly figuring out they're not all the same trades. They're not just writing call options. They're not just writing cash secured puts. They're also doing credit spreads. 0 day to expiry, 1 day to expiry, 1 week to expiry. They're doing poor man covered call trades. This is interesting. So now you are doing 3 or 4 different kinds of trades inside your practice account so that you can understand yourself and analyze yourself, figure it out, which of these kinds of trades turns you on and turns you off. Plus, for some of you, again, you don't have the time to babysit trades all the time. You just don't have the time to be on top of a market all day long during market hours. You have a job to do. You work. You're on Zoom calls. You are in personal meetings at the office. You travel from point A to point B to do whatever. And so you're going to find that certain option trading just can't work for you because you can't monitor it. And other kinds of option trading fits you to a T, including the fact that a number of you are here for one thing only. You're trying to quit your day job and cash flow your way out, or the one thing you're here for is you're trying to grow the value of your capital that is inside a retirement account, like a 401k or an IRA, or in Canada, an RRSP. These are sheltered from tax, and they are for your retirement. And maybe you are 53 years old now, and maybe you do have $120,000 in your retirement accounts, but you know something deep down inside that I know. If you've got 120 grand and you're 53 years old and you actually think you're going to retire at age 65, I have really bad news for you. And you know the answer to this. You're not retiring at age 65 off of your 120 grand. That ain't going to help you. And if you can make 5% a year on that 120,000, you still won't have enough money to retire on, because in 13 years from now, when you're 65, the inflation numbers that we're experiencing and will experience means that your 120 today is worth 60 later. You've got to double this money to hold on to 120,000 of buying power, which means you're still not able to retire. You got to have a couple of million here. Where the hell is this coming from? You're not getting 20% return from any financial manager or anything like that. They don't exist. That doesn't exist. So you know, and I know, you've got to get this going. So you're here and you're saying to me, Uncle Bruce, I know you talk about credit spread trading for people to quit their day job stuff. I got a good gig. I've got a good job. I make good money. I've got great benefits. I can't leave the benefits. I'm throwing money into my IRA, my RRSP, my retirement plan at work. I'm throwing in dough, but really I need to enhance the performance of that money with the fact that I can't babysit the account every minute of the day. I need that solution. And I say to you, you open up a practice account that is going to mirror your retirement account in value, and you're going to do trades in that retirement account, in that practice account that would that's allowable for your retirement account. And you know, as I've said a million times, you can certainly write covered call options on any stock you own or an ETF you own in your retirement account. And so maybe what you might do is you'll take 120 grand and divide it into 4 $30,000 chunks or 3 $40,000 chunks. And you'll put 40 grand into Apple, 40 grand into Nvidia, and 40,000 into Microsoft. Just throw that example out there to you. And you're going to write covered calls on those 3 stocks that are good for 3 months at a time, out of the money. You're watching here on rerun, you're watching as much as you can live, you're watching as much as you can before you go to work in the morning, and you're figuring out, I definitely can do covered call writing on those kinds of stocks in my retirement account. And just based on that, taking Bruce's first 2 classes alone, I have figured out how to do that. I can now write options on a portfolio I have without having to study it and watch it every minute of the day. Of course, you know what's going to happen. You're going to write call options on stocks like this, and you're going to have on your phone with you wherever you go anyway. And every once in a while, you're going to walk to the bathroom. You're going to look at your portfolio and how are those 3 stocks doing right now, and how are those 3 options doing that you've written. And you're going to go, you know, I wrote those Apple call options. I got $8 premium for them for like 3-4 months out, and they're down to $3. Well, this is okay. It just makes going to work that much easier. And you're going to quickly figure out in a month and 2 and 3 and 6 and 9 and a year, I'm making 20, 30, 40% of my account here. Last year I made 4%, 8%. This Trump trade nonsense has cost me a ton of money. This writing options with Uncle Bruce and the gang, holy crap, I'm making 40% return on my $120,000 account. Oh, it's no longer a $120,000 account. It is now a $170,000 account. Plus I've thrown 10 grand into it. It's a $180,000 account, and I am 11 years away from retirement. Now, can I take a $180,000 account, grow it by 40% next year, and get it now up to the 260,000 neighborhood, and the year after that get it to 350, 370? Do you understand here, after 3-4 years, you're in the $500,000 range, you're in the $750,000 range, and a few years after that, you're pushing $1 million. You're beginning to see retirement at age 65 as a real possibility, having started here at age 53. And I'm talking about a very conservative, out-of-the-money call option program that you can do right now on practice accounts to just give it a test drive, and then put it together yourself. If you've been here long enough, you've been here a week or 2 or 3, I mean, just that, you have read comments from people here who honestly are telling you, pal, whoever you are out there, take this guy's lessons at your leisure, but take them. Watch them again and again and again. Learn what he's telling you about, talking about what we're talking about here. You're going to become, at the very least, a covered call option writer. At the very least, you're going to do that. And you're going to enhance your revenues dramatically. From there, the world is your oyster. There are people here who swore to themselves, I love my day job. I'm never going to quit. I have possibilities to move up into upper management, and it's going to be wonderful. But, this option thing is pretty interesting. I'm going to do some option writing. And you've done option writing in a margin account as well as your retirement account. And there are people here who have figured out, oh my God, Uncle Bruce, I thought my job was the be-all and end-all of my life. I thought the career I've chosen, from my university degree or college degree, all my friends and relatives told me that, oh, you are working for company, blah, 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 doing this, this, and this. Oh, your future is set. And then you began to do credit spread trading. And you started bringing in a couple of $100 here and a couple of $100 there. And you started getting into the 0 day to expiry option business, which is the fastest growing segment of the options business. And you're figuring out, wait a minute, I'm making $300-400 a day with these daily expiries. And I only have to pay attention to this during market hours, and we get holiday Mondays from time to time as well. This gig here, where if I can make $400 a day, that's $8,000 a month. I can up that to $600 a day. That's $12,000 a month in income, $140,000 a year. Why would I work for my employer at 60 hours a week? Why would I commute an hour each direction every day? What's the return there versus this? I'm doing this from my house. When I'm kind of in the office 3 days a week and I'm home 2 days a week, one of these flex schedules. Those 2 days a week I'm home, I make $600 a day trading. When I'm at the office, I make $200 a day trading, $300 a day trading, because I can't watch the market as much. I'm beginning to figure out I cannot afford to go to work anymore for these people. I either have to modify my relationship with them or walk away, because getting by on $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month, trading options full time, is not a problem for me. I can build my assets under administration easily to $100,000, $150,000. And for me to pull $500, $600 a day out of $150,000 doing credit spread trades, this isn't even a thing. That is what's happening around here as well. This is really happening here. And there are viewers who in their 30s and 40s have left their jobs already in the last year or two from this, because of this channel, and they're generating $30,000, $40,000 a month in income. And they never thought it was possible, never thought it would be doable. They never thought they thought this was fantasy talk. This is, Uncle Bruce, trying to fill me through stupid ideas, fill my head with dumb ideas. Because all my friends tell me options are dangerous. You shouldn't do that. You could lose all your money. And I've become a casino. I'm still a small casino, and I'm making $500,000 a year as a small casino operator from my home, where I travel, where I go for a walk, when I go out for a Starbucks coffee, or I take the dog out, or I go to the club and work out. My life has completely changed because of this Uncle Bruce channel. Welcome to this channel where you can take control of your entire economic life and regular life and change out everything. Get away from the pressures of the job that you have, whatever career you've got, and become your own boss, managing your own capital and deciding yourself, where am I going for my next trip, and for how long am I going, and how am I getting there, and how am I getting back, and am I a happy camper being in a 2-star hotel kind of scenario, or do I have to travel with my wife in 4 or 5-star hotels, or she won't go? My wife said to me, as soon as you can make $250,000 a year, $5,000 a week writing options, you can quit your day job and we can start traveling. And you got to that level, and she could not believe it happened that quickly. And now it's either fish or cut bait. She either has to step up with you or say it was a lie. There are people on this channel who I bet you in the last year have come to this crossroads where they've realized, oh my Lord, we're making double the amount of money we make at work writing options. We really can quit our day jobs. We really can. Do we really want to? Are we really going to do this? And then you ask yourself the simple question, how many times do you go around in life? How loyal is your employer to you? Have you found in the last 6 months dedicated employees, friends of yours, who have been let go or been denied promotions that they thought they were shoo-ins for? Have you noticed a trend where I thought for sure that person over there would be moved up to a department head because of how many years of experience they have, or an incredible job they do, and they're not being popped up to a higher level. They're still here. And then you find that people above them in various departments, they're being let go. And you've now asked yourself, what about my future? The corporation is thinking in for its own needs, not my needs. Now I have to think about my needs instead of the corporate's needs. And you have this weapon, you have this side gig over here called option writing that has transformed your finances. You've paid off your credit card bills. You've lowered your cost of living by knocking off car loans, and you've done other things. And you're saying to yourself, hey, 6 more months of this side gig here, student loans are gone. Or in the next year, my wife and I, we're making so much money on option writing, we can help our children get rid of their student loans. My son, my daughters, my kids, 2 of my kids graduated in the last 3 years. They're saddled with $100,000 to $400,000 of student loans. Mom and I can step in and knock them off fairly quickly. Talk about liberating your children, guaranteeing that they won't come home in the basement to live with you, because you've lowered their cost of living so much that they can get by on a minimum wage job if they had to. Welcome to this channel where you have the opportunity to really make a difference for your own life and anyone else's that you choose. Quit your job early, retire early. In other words, you're retired, but you're not working. You're engaged with the markets. You're watching now Uncle Bruce every morning full time. You're watching whoever else the rest of the day. You're talking to other Gold Bagel members around here on the Discord. Whatever you're doing, you're an option writer. You're a casino, and you're making gobs of capital that you can't believe. Someone have told you this 5 years ago, that in 2025, you know what's going to happen to you? You're going to be doing this out of the comfort of your dining room table or in your rec room. You're going to take one of those bedrooms that the kids had. You're going to turn that into your option writing office. And you're going to, 5 years ago, if I'd have told you that, you'd have looked at me and go, what's an option? What are stock options? What are those? You're going to say, you're going to become a casino. You're going to be writing contracts and bringing in $30, $40, $50,000 a month in revenue. And it's going to go higher. And you're going to go, what Kool-Aid do you drink, buddy? You sound like a crazed MAGA person. You make no sense to me. In any event, welcome to the party, pal. Last night, we had something happen after I went off the air for the Gold Bagel member primetime live show. If you're a Gold Bagel member, you were here last night, or you've been here and you've watched last night's show. And within an hour of that show ending last night, I saw the headline. You probably heard about it overnight. Maybe you heard about it this morning, that a court, a U.S. International Trade Court, three-judge appellate court, ruled that every single tariff ruling that Taco Boy did, is illegal. The entire Taco Boy tariff program has been deemed unconstitutional and is illegal and will be eliminated in the next 10 days. The administration quickly said, we're going to appeal that. We're going to appeal that. We're going all the way to our pals at the Supreme Court on this. Oh, yes, we're going to institute. But experts are going, this is really putting a dent here. This is a credibility problem for the administration because, boy, does this make them look terrible. Yes, they can find a way to continue to impose tariffs. Experts have been coming out all morning going, okay, they lost that round in the courts, okay? But don't get too excited, kids. Tariffs aren't going away. They're going to come out now with Section 122 or whatever this is called, a 150-day temporary tariff up to 15% based on certain circumstances. But here's the thing. There's always this one thing. The thing is that if you are you're on the negotiating committee that from another country, okay, and your country's government put you on a committee to say, go negotiate with the Americans a new trade deal, because of course they've blown up the old one. You and your group are sitting over last night and right now having meetings going, what are we negotiating with these guys? Their own courts just made all the tariffs against us illegal. And that it wipes them all out. I mean, essentially in 10 days, they could be gone. And or if the courts give them an injunction to appeal it, we know something here in this room, here in Belgium, here in France, here in Britain, here in Saudi Arabia, here in India, here in Jakarta, in Indonesia, here in Thailand, wherever we are, whatever committee I'm talking about, Canada, Mexico, El Salvador, we here in this room know something. The emperor has no clothes. Taco Boy is in a living room somewhere, wearing a virtual headset in front of a big screen TV, and is holding a plastic sword, and he's fighting his battles. And he's flailing away and working those tariffs and defending America against all the bad people. But what he really is doing, he's in a room with a whole bunch of people watching him that are now backing up, giving him all kinds of space because he's swinging wildly at whatever demons he thinks he's got. And there aren't any, because it's all virtual reality. He's in a world of reality that doesn't exist. And he's surrounded by all his pals in this room to say, you just keep on going, Taco Boy. We love the way you're doing this. You're making America great again. And the outside world is watching this scene through closed circuit television cameras, security cameras, going, what the hell are those people doing in there? And the committees that are negotiating with these American trade experts are going, you guys have zero street cred as far as we're concerned. You can't even convince your own U.S. courts to back up your claims of an emergency situation, and there should be a 145% tariff on Chinese goods, now down to 30%. Even that has been ruled illegal. The Canadian-Mexican thing, all illegal. You can't impose these unilaterally. It has to go through your Congress. The problem, of course, is the Congress are a whole bunch of Democrats on one side going, we're not voting for anything you want, and a whole bunch of Democrats on the other side infighting with themselves, and a leader of the Congress who is the biggest bootlicker since Mike Pence. And the Senate, name the guy who runs the Senate right now. Tell me his name. Do you even know it? I bet you half of you who watch me don't know who the leader of the Senate is, because he's too busy licking the boots of Taco Boy. They're not going to do anything. They haven't done a damn thing. The Dow is up 75 points right now. It was up 600 points 3 hours ago. The entire street has figured it out. The street where the money is wagered, the gamblers are going, this is a nothing burger. Yeah, there's been a court ruling about the tariffs, but you know what's going to happen at the administration. They're going to come up with other ways to impose tariffs and play the strong arm game. But Taco Boy is, at the end of the day, Taco Boy. And the rest of the world knows this guy is full of hot air. And he's a liar. And he is profiting off of his own name in the White House. Got himself a $400 million jet that he wants to keep into his so-called library. And he's looking to score on crypto deals and whatever have you. And the rest of the world's going, this is all crap. This is all BS. And we're not going to negotiate with these people very seriously about tariffs, because there is nothing to talk about. Everything you've implemented is illegal. It is reversed. It is non-existent. Will be eliminated from existence. Why would we negotiate with your country on a new trade arrangement when you can't self-impose a trade arrangement? You refuse to go through your own Senate and Congress. You don't have the power. Literally, you do not have the power to put a new trade tariff on us, because at the end of the day, the congressmen will rip each other to pieces. The Kentuckians will accuse the Tennesseans and the Floridians, you're working against us to kill our domestic business. We're going to work against you to kill your domestic business. We're not going to allow tariffs to go through because we don't want our bourbon to be pulled from the shelves of worldwide liquor stores. Well, damage has been done, still being done. But at the end of the day, why would France negotiate any tariffs? And why would Germany want to negotiate anything? The Italians, the rest of Europe, why would any other country negotiate with America for any kind of a tariff deal when there is no tariff restrictions that will survive their own courts? They're not stupid. Here we are. I'm talking to 219 people, I think. I guess I have 219 people listening to me. Majority of you are Americans, so it's your home country. Many of you, I bet you many of you are saying one thing to dear friends and associates and publicly saying nothing. I bet you, many of you, and again, it's not your fault, it's okay. Many of the Congress people out there and senators have chats with close associates and friends and with each other. And behind closed doors, they say one thing about the administration, but in front of a microphone, they say something completely different. And there's the problem with the United States right now. People are afraid to talk openly about what the hell is going on because they fear the ruler. They fear the nuthouse, Taco Boy, that he's going to change his mind and come after them. And university professors have been targeted. Students have been targeted. SWAT teams are showing up at college campuses to arrest students. Now we're hearing stories of high school students are being arrested. Now we're hearing about children being arrested in certain circumstances. Schools are terrified of SWAT teams coming in with ICE written on them to interview students before mom and dad can get there to get them out of there. It's scary as hell. It is unbelievably scary as hell. And There are a lot of innocent people getting racked up here. It's not good. Some of the stories coming out of international travelers trying to come to the USA, being interrogated by customs and homeland security people in very aggressive ways, being taken to prisons without any ability to talk to a lawyer. This is so not America. It is scary. Is it any wonder why Europeans, Asians, and Canadians are not coming into the United States? There's a lot of people going, I just don't need this. I really don't need to see the Grand Canyon that badly. I think I'll just go and see the Three Sisters in Calgary or in Canmore, and I'll go golfing at Kananaskis, and I'll pay Canadian dollars to vacation for a couple of weeks this year. There's a lot of fear out there. Americans fear their government. They always have. They always will, the way the government is setting it up. And yet, courts are just knocking off all kinds of stuff that these guys are trying to do. It is scary stuff. It is very disturbing. It's very unfortunate, unnecessary, self-inflicted wounds. The rest of the world is going, we love Americans. Americans are great people. The problem is their politicians are Looney Tunes. Why do they keep electing these stupid people, these vitriol people, these people with anger and hatred and vengeance? They're watching too many of these violent movies, and they're now putting these people in the government. That's what seems to be happening from the outside world. They're going, well, it looks like what they're doing. Look, I don't know. I'm just a guy trying to tell you, you want to take control of your life? You can do it quietly. You can do it silently. You can become an option writer, and all you have to do is hit the click buttons. Buy and sell. Buy and sell. Write a contract and buy it back. Sell something for this much money and buy it back for that much money, and keep the change and move up demographically and in your demographic ranking, and take control of your financial life. Now, whether you're a non-American or an American who's thinking I might make some dough and then kind of move somewhere else, I don't know. I would say that if you're a successful American, and you can join the top 10 percentile of your demographic in your home country, life can be very comfortable. You're just going to have to sort of look the other way with certain things. But hey, the world is the world. What can I say? Trip Hazard, good morning. Richard, Andrea, buongiorno. Susan Shops is here. Splair, how you doing there, buddy? Stock Jockey, Eddie Martin, Corey Rowan, Roaring Kitty is here today. Carrie Rowan, Tom, Legacy, Charlie, Murray, Henry, Juan, they're all here. Roaring here. Juan, Stock Jockey, Hector, CKT, Corinne, James of the Misty Tree, Stephen Butler, James, thank you. Keith Just Truth, welcome all to the program. Rice Checks. Dude is here. Who else is here? Free Range, Double D is in the house. Jeff is in the house. JR, what's going on, buddy? Let's grab some loot. Exactly. Aurora, Bobby, Stock Jockey. How you doing, everybody? Doug, it's a great day for freedom and a democracy. Orange Man got slapped down by the Supreme Court on his tariff BS. Not quite the Supreme Court, but it nailed him. Anyway, what can I say? He called him an orange taco this morning. Yeah, Taco Boy. Unbelievable. He didn't like that name, Taco, apparently. Luring ALA. Good morning. Mark Downs. Hi. Love Boat Campton. Roaring whatever. Bobby. Who else is here? Welcome all. Welcome all. Welcome all. Welcome all. Welcome all. Nice to see you. Moneymaker Juan. We'll have to roll all my cover calls. I had an SMCI call at 44 and 45. Nice to see you. What's going on? Who else is here? Who else is worthy to say hi to? Boy. A lot of people hate me today, apparently. Well, I guess I got a lot of Trumpers out there. It's the way it is. Anyway, welcome all to the program. Hi, Brian. Welcome. Cutting Edge, good morning. There we go. Jeff Glass, you know what? I'm almost back to my all-time high before the big slide after inauguration. If SoFi could step up, I'd be back on top. Come on, SoFi. Cindy B, good morning to you. Splair, good morning to you. Like I say, welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining us from wherever you are on the planet. It's your opportunity to take control of your life and make it work for you. If you believe that your solution to your financial issues is find a hot stock, then knock yourself out. If you find that the best way for you to ultimately win this game is to become an option writer, you have found the channel. I think you found the channel. We've seen a lot happening in the last 24, 48, 72 hours. It's unbelievable. It just doesn't end. Thank you again for the thumbs ups this morning, and thank you also for answering my poll questions. Every day I try to put something up here. Today I'm asking, at the end of this year, the end of 2025, will the stock markets, where will they be? Higher, lower, or about the same? So far, 51% of you are optimists, thinking the markets could be higher than they are now, lower than here, 29%, about the same, 20%. So if you take lower or the same, that's about half of you. Higher, it's the other half. Kind of a split market, but hey, I'd love to get your answer to this. 180 of you have answered the poll question. 99 of you have found the thumbs up button. 219 of you are here, so come on in and give us your thought on the question of the day. Thank you all so much for joining me, and joining me every day. So many of you are here loyally now. For years, you're here every single day, helping us, helping me interpret what's going on, giving me your thoughts, and let's go from there. As I said, the market was a ton higher than it is right now. We are well off the pre-market highs that we saw earlier. We're down about 400 points on NASDAQ. We're certainly off about half of the gain that S&P had. The Dow was up 650 points. It's only up 87 right now, 1/5 of a percentage point. This is unbelievable. GDP update reinforces, a headline here, GDP update reinforces first shrinkage of U.S. economy in 3 years. That is a headline that is breaking. It might be a few minutes old. Best Buy stock is dropping after it cuts profit outlook on tariff impacts. We've been getting this news also from Hewlett Packard. They announced also they're not going to meet their numbers. Tariffs are hitting them badly. The good news story of the day, there's two of them. AI, it's up this morning, and Nvidia. But it's a good news, bad news story on Nvidia, I suppose. It's not that much bad news, but it's not all peaches and cream. Nvidia is up 727. So, okay, it's at 142. It was 134.81 last night at the bell. It got up to 137 before the bell hit, about half an hour before the end of the day. Then it backed off to 134.81. And then in the after hours, it finally moved up. And here we are at 142. So that's good news. Okay. The bad news for Nvidia, though, is the options market for the last several days was implying that we could have had a 15% move on Nvidia, higher or lower. And we're at 5% higher, and that is not enough to convince me that we're going to stay here. I have a bad vibe about Nvidia's upside. I have a suspicion that a lot of people out there, and those people are known as the gamblers out there, the day traders, the short-term flippers. These were folks who figured, I'm going to bet the farm on Nvidia because a 15% gain will take us from 135 to 155, new all-time highs, maybe even 160. And we're not seeing that this morning. And I kind of wonder, when the bell opens up for trading, are we going to have a sell wave that's just going to overpower this gain? And are we coming back towards where we were last night? Maybe not give it all up, but we'll only be up $2 or $3. I don't know if we're going to be up $15 a share. On the option front for Nvidia, it's bad news. It's just bad news. There were option buyers of calls buying out of the money calls like you couldn't believe. They were buying 150s, 155s, 160s. They were figuring, okay, the stock might not get to 160, but this cheap contract that I'm buying will double or quadruple in value, and I'll make a nice buck here. This is not going to happen. I really wonder if we're going to get a real sell-off from the gamblers who are just not getting enough of a move to win. Now, the put players, the shorters, they're hurt. They're in, they lost. They didn't lose as badly though as they could have lost. That's the thing. If the shares and the market goes from a 5% gain to a 1.5%, 2% gain during the day today, even the shorters won't be as bad off as they could have been if it would have gone to 155, 160 a share on Nvidia. So, okay, but is there a room full of nothing but winners on the Nvidia trade? Not necessarily. And so we'll see how that goes. On AI, good news on AI. The shares of AI are up $3.94 this morning. They were down 90 cents yesterday at 23.02. They're now 26.96, up 16%. There's the win. There is the win that Nvidia was supposed to have. That is exactly what people at Nvidia thought would happen with the company breaking their upper end and higher net profit. Lots of interest in our merchandise. 8 buyers. We have 8 orders for every 1 chip we can deliver. It's an 8-to-1 ratio. We can't make chips fast enough. But that didn't happen for Nvidia. It's only a 5% gain, and that means it's vulnerable to a pullback. Dead cat bounce. The stock has jumped, but it's already come up from the 90s and the 100s and the 110s. If you look at an Nvidia chart lately, you'll go, oh yeah, gee, Uncle B, you're kind of right there. The old Nvidia stock in the last 3 months, I was in the 115, 20 range, and it went down to under 100 here back on the 4th of April. We were $94, 96 on the 8th of April. Back on the 21st of April, we were 96 again. We had a false jump, and then on the 2nd of May, we got to 114, and on the 8th of May, we got to 117, and 14th of May, we got to 135, and we were 131 on the 23rd of May, and here we are the 29th of May, and we're at 142.52. Maybe this $40 run-up, this $45 a share run-up, that's it. Because the news is out, the earnings are out. Isn't the old adage they're saying, sell on the news? Wasn't the news last night? Do I sell now? If we don't keep going up to 150 from here in a hurry, guess what? Back to 130, 125. So if you're a credit spread aficionado and you like writing contracts that are call credit spreads, where you say to the market, you know what, stock market, I'll tell you what, I don't own Nvidia and I'm never going to own the stock. I'm a cash holder. I do what Uncle Bruce mentions here. I make money from money. I use my money to make me more money. And on Nvidia specifically, I think what I might do is I might write call credit spreads that die tomorrow, Friday. I might do those in an hour after we open or so, hour and a half. But on the other hand, Uncle Bruce, you know what I might really do? I might actually do call credit spreads, but they don't die tomorrow. They die next Friday or the 3rd Friday of June. I'm going to go out now 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I'm going to write 3rd Friday of June call credit spreads at record highs. Because I'm going out to the 3rd Friday of June, I can get premium and a credit. I bet you I can write calls, a call and buy a call to do a call credit spread on Nvidia at new all-time record highs, maybe in the 160, 165 level. Maybe I can do a 165, 170 credit spread on Nvidia for 3rd Friday of June. My thinking is this. One, I don't think the stock is going to get to 165, 170 between now and the 3rd Friday of June. So these contracts are going to die worthless simply because the stock isn't going there. That's my first guess, because the shares were $96 a month ago, a little over a month ago, and we're now at 140 something. So there's a $50 gain. I don't see another 30 coming. That's my first hunch. My second reasoning to do this is that shares might actually back off from here. They might go from this 142 whatever level back to 130 in the next week. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week, we might be back to 125, 120 a share, which of course means these 160, 70 contract, way up here contracts that I'm to, they're now 40, 50 out of the money. Even though they do have 3 weeks left to live, being that far out of the money, these contracts are going to drop in value dramatically. And my thinking, Uncle Bruce, is shrinkage is going to make me a winner. Time, the passage of time will make me a winner. But a retraction of stock value will add to it. And what if Taco Boy decides, okay, you bastards at the court got in the middle of my dealio here. I'm appealing that, and now I'm coming out with Section 122 or whatever the hell it's called. I'm coming up with new kinds of tariffs. They might only be good for 150 days, but I'm the tough guy here. Don't mess with me. Maybe that will make the market go, oh, and maybe Nvidia will drop 10% in value, because it'll get sucked in with the rest of the market, and it'll go from 140 down to 122, putting these credit spreads way out of the money under unbelievable downward pressure. And so you call option credit spread writers that are doing daily Qs and SPYs and SPXs and doing weekly other stocks, or doing monthly credit spreads. You might have an opportunity on Nvidia sometime today to take that position. Look, if Nvidia goes to 148, it takes another run, goes another couple of dollars higher. It tries to get to 150. That's all right. You're going to write a 170 call credit spread. You're going to let the stock tell you what it wants to do. You want to go up, Nvidia? Go up, go up. I'm ready to write a credit spread ahead of you. So far ahead of you, you can't get there. And that's all you're trying to do. That's all you're asking from Nvidia is how good can it be? How far can you go? And the news is out. There is no new news coming today. There's no announcement coming like Nvidia is a takeover target. That'll never happen. It's the most valuable company in the world. It's not going to be a takeover target. We're going to do a dividend. They're not going to do that. We're going to do a stock buyback. They're already doing a stock buyback. There is nothing they can say that will make it go even further. And so sell on the news. Write credit spreads on the news. And so now take a look at tomorrow expiries if you dare. Next week, Friday expiries if you dare. Or third Fridays in June if you like. Give yourself plenty of time, plenty of real estate between you and the stock price. And just say, okay, market, I can do a $10 spread. I can do a $20 spread. I got 10 grand. And I can do 5 $20 spreads. I'm going to write 170s and 190s. That's what I'm going to write. I want my 190s to have very little value. My 170s have most of the value. And where I make most of my money is the shrinkage of my 170s, because the 190s will shrink a little bit, but the 170s shrink the most in dollars. That's where your spread credit comes from. Lesson 19 is coming. Welcome to the party. If you're following the markets as a whole, as far as triple Qs or the SPYs, SPXs, yes, 0 day to expiry, 1 day to expiry, 1 week to expiry. Pick the one you want. There's credit spreads available here, but I would be on the call side. I would be ahead of these markets going, come on up here. Come way up here and beat me up here. Because we're nearer record highs versus lows for the last 52 weeks. And I don't think this market's going to hit record highs. I understand the courts ruled the Trump, the Taco Boy tariffs to be illegal. I know that. But I also am aware that they're going to come up with other tariffs. And so this market will have a limited upside tick, which is what it has at the moment, and then it's going to go lower. And maybe, just maybe today, could be a red day. Today, the market could have a negative print at the end of the night, because even with the appeals court ruling against him, the market goes, yeah, well, okay, but guess what they're going to do now? These guys are so radical in the White House. They are so radical. They're going to come up with some other law from the 1600s or the 1800s or the 1930s or whatever the hell they're going to pull out of the bag. They're going to try every stunt imaginable to try to run the narrative. And so that's uncertainty. That guarantees CEOs of multi-billion-dollar corporations are all going to go, I'm going to fold my arms right now and not do anything. I'm not building a factory in the United States. I'm not buying container loads of merchandise from overseas. I am not going to expand my business or anything, because I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what these clowns are going to come up with next. And anyone who dares criticize these people publicly, subject to all kinds of problems. So I'm just going to shut the hell up and fold my arms and not do anything. Which essentially means you're against the administration. If you're not going along with the party and doing what they want you to do, which is invest in America and make it great again and create $15 American factory jobs. If you're not going to do that, well, then you're obviously against us, because you're not with us. Of course, you out there who are parents of children who are 5 years old, 10 years old, 15-year-old kids, 20-year-old kids, whatever your kid's age is, how many of you parents out there are holding your hands up right now going, Uncle Bruce, it would be a wonderful thing if we could create thousands of factories with millions of jobs so that our children can go to work like our grandparents did, like my mom and dad did and my grandparents did in the 50s and 60s, and earn $15 an hour and find that double wide trailer that they've always wanted to live in and have those 5 kids and drive a Chevy Malibu to church every Sunday. Hold your hands up. Who wants that? I don't know who wants that in the majority. Maybe there's some of you who want that. Maybe not you guys, but maybe some people you know. That's what we want. We want America to be great again, like the textile industry was great in Tennessee and Georgia and Alabama and Mississippi and Arkansas back in the 40s and the 50s. Oh, those are great days. Remember driving Miss Daisy? Those are great days, weren't they? Those are great days. If you were Miss Daisy, it was all right. If you were Dan Aykroyd, Miss Daisy's mom, it was all right. If you were the chauffeur, kind of all right, really. I'm not sure about that. Do you want to go back to that? Make America great again? Someone does. There are people in the White House who want to go back to the 50s and 60s, the good old days. The good old days when America used to produce Chevy Impalas and Biscaynes and Chevy Novas and Chrysler Imperials and Ford Galaxy 500s, the kind of cars that you would be able to buy a new one of if you were a white-collar ad executive, you were a white-collar partner in a business in America, Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania. You could buy a new one of these every 2 to 3 years. Why? Is it because you had a high standard of living? No. Why did you need to buy a new car every 2 to 3 years back in the 50s and the 60s? Do you have any idea? Because so many of you are so young, you don't know what I'm talking about. It used to be absolutely normal for a mid-level or higher Canadian or American worker, usually white collar, an accountant, a manager of the shipping and receiving department, vice president in charge of marketing, these folks. It used to be absolutely normal for these folks to turn over their cars every 2 to 3 years in the late 50s through the late 60s and even the 70s for one reason and one reason only. The cars were garbage. They rusted in less than 2 years. The American vehicles were not built with rust protection built in. You had to buy that separately from Ziebart and other places. If you bought a Chevrolet Impala or a Biscayne or any of these other mid-brand cars, they were guaranteed to die from the transmission, the suspension, the engine, and the body within 2 to 3 years. You got rid of those cars within 2 years, traded them in, and you got a brand new one. And this was done for 20 years. And I'll bet you that if you go through your family albums, family photographs of your grandparents and your parents way back in the day, there are all kinds of photos of Grandpa with his brand new car. Every couple of years had a brand new car. If they were a mid-level or higher executive, that's what they did. They were such garbage that they ended up on the used car lot for $500 each, $300 each, $200 each. And they went down the line, eventually into the scrap heap. And that was the good old days, because America just kept cranking out new cars all the time. It was just like, well, it was like TVs, we're getting new stuff all the time. But cars were crap. And that's the way it was. And they didn't want to change. The GMs and the Fords, Chryslers didn't want to build better cars. They wanted to keep this game going. And Firestone, they didn't want to change. They 5 new tires every new car, spare, and 4 on the car. 5 cars for every new car. Let's produce 10 million a year. Let's go. 50 million tires a year made in good old Akron, Ohio. The brake specialists and the muffler guys, oh, they loved it. Virtually the same parts every year, slight modifications. The engines were always 350 cubic V8s with dual carburetors getting 8 to 12 miles a gallon. Why change? Everything's great. You want to go back to that? Really? How many people died in these things? How many people got killed in these wrecks of cars, these absolute disasters? We now glorify the 1957 Chevrolet. We glorify the look of the 1962 Impala. We glorify these things as collectibles. But the parts that they use today to restore those pieces of crap are so much better than what the original parts were. It's unbelievable. Very sad commentary on the state of the car business. Today, General Motors is celebrating the fact and bragging about the fact that they want to build a new engine plant producing V8 engines in the United States. $800 million investment or whatever the hell it is to produce the 6th generation of V8 engines. General Motors is so yesterday. I don't know how. I don't know why investors want to buy that stock. Mary Barra and the crew over there have bought into the Trump game like you cannot believe. They are so yesterday. You would be a fool to invest in that company, I think. An absolute fool, because I think GMs are yesterday's news. But then again, what do I know? I'm going to be 70 this year. I'm old. I have no hair left. It's all white. I don't know anything. It's unbelievable. Ford gave up making sedans 5 years ago. They haven't made a car in 5 years. They only make trucks and SUVs. They don't build cars. The Mustang apparently is a car. Is it? Yeah. These guys are going for the short game fix. The short fix, big money, get government money to help them build whatever they want to build. They're socialists at heart. They live off the taxpayers' generosity, and they're not moving forward with technology. So anti-American, it's unbelievable. But hey, I'm just a guy. Welcome to the program. Thank you, James of the Misty Tree, stepping in today to hit the bells. Our friend Larry Titus is overseas. Last I heard, he was Germany. He was going to Warsaw, Poland. I hope he's having a great time. And thank you all for joining us today. Welcome to the show from wherever you are. I hope I haven't upset any of you. It's great that you're here. We're up 52 points on the Dow. 52 points. We were up 600 last night on this ruling. Oh, it was going to be something else. Ciao, Uncle Bruce from Rome, says Andre Delatorre. Welcome, D.H. Ruda. Neat. Barcelona next. Right on, Andre. Keep traveling, man. Let those gamblers let you travel. I love it. This is absolutely beautiful. Thank you all for being here. GameStop down 50 cents. SoFi is up 9. The Qs are at 524. They were at 531 last night. They're now only 524. They're up 5, but only 5. Interesting. CEO confidence hasn't plummeted like this since the late 70s. That's a headline. CEO confidence is down to where it was in the late 70s. In the late 70s, you know what we had? We had 15% inflation. We had 18% first mortgages. We had 21% car loans and 25% credit cards, and no one could get the credit. You go to a car dealer, you want to buy a car, they couldn't offer you financing. You had to go to your banker. You went to your banker and said, hey, I want to get a brand new 1978 Chrysler Imperial with a 400 cubic inch 4-barrel engine. And the banker would look at you and go, how much is that thing? Oh, $6,000 all loaded up. And the banker says, you got $3,000 down, I'll lend you $3,000 on it. At 22%, and you're going, I ain't got $3,000. I've only got $500. Sorry, I can't lend you that money. I can't lend you money at that rate. Not for that piece of crap. Not a chance. There was a credit squeeze back then. You couldn't buy stuff and get credit on it. No one would lend it to you. Welcome to the party, or lack thereof of a party. Back then, CEOs were dealing with that with their customers. They knew that their customers couldn't afford their product. They couldn't borrow money to buy the product they were making. It wasn't good. We're up 46 on the Dow. We're up 43 on the S&P. We're up 260 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is the shining light because of Nvidia. It's the only thing that's up, really. I mean, guaranteed to be up. Nvidia. We're up $8.62 to 143.43. Okay, Tesla's up 9. It's early morning. We got a gain here. Google's up 120. Apple's up 250. Microsoft up 270. Meta up 680. Amazon up 330. They're green. Yeah, they're green. And Netflix down $8 though. Costco down 136. Uber down 222. They're not all green by a lot, but they're kind of greenish. The Dow only up 34 points. Interesting. Just saying, it's a tentative opening, I think. I wonder what we got here. Welcome all. What else? Matt, sadly, a lot of bozo Americans still equate more cylinders to more horsepower. They'll never learn. It's true. You can get 4-cylinder engines with 300 horsepower. Cadillacs in the 70s and 80s got 150 horsepower, and they had 454 V8s. It was terrible. I'm just saying. What can I say? Welcome all to the program and joining us. It's great to have you here. Uncle Bruce, what made SoFi go up this morning? Juan wants to know, Juan V, JV. What made it up? Was an article on the IBD for the cover call play? Is that what's going on? I don't know. There was an article yesterday about how you can make 10% returns on writing call options on SoFi. Wow, here's a strategy that people don't think about. If you get exercised at $15 a share, writing these $1.20 contracts, you get taken out at $16.20. That's like a 20-something% compounded return per year. Wow, what a concept. Wow, where did people learn that from? Oh my God. And that article wasn't followed up by 20 other articles. Did you see other podcasts jump on this story? No, because options are scary and they're risky. They're risky investments, It's incredible. I have good news for you folks. Those of you who write options for a living and write options as a part-time side gig, you don't have a lot of competition to write options. That's why you get such high premiums, because you're a liquidator. You're offering liquidity in a high demand product, options. There are a lack of sellers. If there were 10 times as many option writers as there are now, the premiums would be so low. You'd be complaining to me about how little you can get for your contracts. But in reality, whether you want to write SoFi contracts or AI contracts or GameStop contracts or triple Q credit spreads or put spread, the premiums are damn good. And these contracts have very little time to deliver, and that gives you a high opportunity of success, huge probability. Welcome to the party, pal. Isn't it something amazing? Don't you think? Isn't this really something else? I'm just a guy trying to help you figure out what's going on out there. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Welcome to the party. Hector, AI is up like big. Uncle B, we're at $6.26 higher on AI right now, 29.28. The AI shares are doing pretty darn good right now. Yes, they are. 7.6 million shares on AI. 52-week low 17, 52-week high 45, and it's been much higher than that in the past as well. AI is up nicely, 27%. Not bad. Where are we at with GameStop? 30.91 down 40 cents, 30.74 down 46 cents, Rocket Lab down 45 cents, SoFi down 6. Qs are only up $5 at 523.93. We're not at 531 like we were looking like this morning. So those are backing up. We'll wait for another hour. I will say this: I wouldn't be surprised if we get a surge of buying as an attempted run up, but I think it's going to run out of gas, and we could be lower at the end of the day than where we are now. I'm not saying it's going to go red, but we could be in the red later. Just saying. I'm waiting for a one-liner from the White House. Aren't we all? There could well be one-liners. They won't be good. I don't see a one-liner today making everybody happy. I see a one-liner making people upset. But, what Taco Boy has to say later today, who knows? I'm sure he's itching to go golfing this weekend. Charlie just sold Nvidia 10 May 30 contracts. They die tomorrow. 150.52 calls for 26 cents. So I took in $26 for a $200 trade, 13% on my money, expiring tomorrow on Nvidia. Now, Nvidia right now is trading at 142.50. So it's up $7.70 a share. And Charlie is saying, hey, come and get me at 150.52. I'm happy taking 26 cents on a $200 wager. He's done 10 of these, so he's put up $2,000 to make $520 if they die worthless. That is what Charlie is saying right now. 10 minutes into the market. He's not waiting. Interesting. Brian, everything is dropping. Nvidia is holding its ground. Well, we'll find out about Nvidia. 142.53 last trade. The high this morning, 143.49 on 67 million shares. So there we are, 143.30 and 49 so far is the high. 142.33 is where we're at, up 750 on the day on the Nvidia shares. The triple Qs are falling. They're only up 494 now. They're only up 464, 523.65. The Dow Jones is up 69.70 points. The S&P up 41, and NASDAQ is up 1.1% only, 218-point gain, all on the back of Nvidia. I think, what can I say? James the Misty Tree says that he's saying to Matt, my brother-in-law just traded his big F-150 for a new GMC Canyon, medium size with a turbocharged four-cylinder, tons of power in that smaller truck with a way better miles per gallon. He loves it. Beach Boy, HBQ not having a good day. No, it's not having a good day. They announced last night that they did not hit estimates, and they've lowered their guidance going forward for the rest of the year. HPQ is down $2 at $25.20 a share at the moment. IBM down $1.30, Unity down 36 cents, Cisco down 17, Uber down 3.33, Costco down 2.71, Netflix down almost $20 a share, Palantir down 146. Even though Nvidia has got a gain, it's a gain right now in Nvidia, 795 at 142.76. Nvidia starting to back up a little more. With a high of 143.49. Anyway, it's up $7-8, maybe $8-9 on 71 million. We'll see how long Nvidia holds, or if it does or gets better. I don't know. We'll follow it out. Qs are up 430 at 523.20, down from 531 pre-market. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, cash secured puts opportunity for HPQ. Cash secured put opportunity for HPQ. Well, yeah, I mean, if you can write out of the money HPQs, certainly. Is there a margin in it? Is there a premium in it? And how good is the market? Do you want to do a 20 or something in the just below the market here? HPQ, yeah, $25 a share right now. Yeah, 4.5 million traded. I don't know if there's enough interest in the options. Is there liquidity there for you? Can you write 23s, 22s? Let's say go out to January. Go out in time. Give it time, but get dollars. Can you get dollars for out of the money cash secured puts on HPQ? Might be worth a look. Cindy, I bought HPQ at 25 after hours last night, so I'm happy. Okay, you scored it down here. Cindy B, sorry, I bought them at 23, so I'm happy. There you go. And if you write 25s for January 26, can you get a couple of bucks? That means you're selling at 27, or at least offering. JV, on May 23rd, 6 days ago, I wrote 10 contracts on AI, and I got 448. I just bought back 5 of them for 263, and I'm leaving others for later for profits. Okay, now, did you write cash secured puts? JV, you're leaving us in the dark here. I'm assuming you're a happy camper. The stock is way up. You must have written cash secured puts. They're down almost 50% on you. You got to be loving this. AI right now, 29.14, up $6. Cash secured puts. Yes, sir, I did. Thank you for that, JV. Well done. I know others here have written cash secured puts on AI. I know you're out there. Some of you don't ever comment. Some of you will comment once in a while. Congratulations, AI cash secured put writers. One, you know what I know. You can always now write new cash secured puts on AI at higher strikes and bring in $5 or $6 to add to this, to this program. But it's however you want. Beach Boy Cindy, that's a nice one. Way to go, scoring that cheap stock on that one. Nicely done on HPQ. We're up 47 points on the Dow. We're only up 392 on the Qs. They're down to 522.80. The SPYs are up 342. SoFi down 15 cents. GameStop down 56 cents. Rocket Lab down 115 to 27.78. Can't get the 30 and hold it. It gets there, but can't hold it. And now we're 27.78 on Rocket Lab. ASTS down 29 cents. MSTR up 314. AI up 5.95. Super Micro up 43 cents. Nvidia up 771 at 142.52. That's where Nvidia is right now. 142.52, and now I'm showing 142.18, 142.20, giving up a little bit of this pop. The high of the day, 143.49. We're at 142.29, giving up $1.20 from the high of the day so far. Nothing to be worried about, but the stock just doesn't look like 150 to 155 is possible. It ain't happening. It's 16 minutes in, and we're off the highs. It's had a nice run. Let's not kid ourselves. 5 days ago, last Friday, you could have bought it for 130. Even during the part of the day, Friday, it got up to 132.50. Monday 135. Last week, what was it? Thursday, 132, 132 range. It's 142 now. A month ago, look at that. The 9th of May, 3 weeks ago, 116.60. The 6th of May, 23 days ago, 113. It's 142. Hey, that's a $30 bump. Not bad. Time to take profits. That's what's happening, I think, already this morning. 141.70. I think we see profit taking coming in on Nvidia right now. Just saying. I'm just a guy in front of a computer watching the market. I see NASDAQ backing off, only up 166.87 of a point. Back to the Qs, 522.36 here, up 345. We are backing off on the Qs. They are definitely falling off. The high on the session, 526. We're at 522.50 on the Qs right now, live. 17 minutes into the session. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for coming in. The U.S. economy shrank 0.2 of a percentage point in the first quarter. Updated GDP shows as trade wars sapped U.S. growth. There's your first one. You get another quarter just backing off, you're in a recession. I think we are in a recession because I think the second quarter is where the effect of this is really hitting this market. But we'll find out. We're already at the end of May now. That's 2 months into the second quarter. Now the month of June is coming. I don't see happy times in June. I don't see expansion of the U.S. economy in June. And so I think by the end of June, we are in a recession officially with a second quarter of shrinkage of the U.S. economy. The question is, how bad is it? And is this going to be one of the worst first 6 months of a presidency in the history of this country, not seen since the Great Depression? That's what I'm asking. I just want to know. Maybe since the end of the Second World War, we did have a pullback in the U.S. economy because all the boys came home. We didn't need tanks and bullets anymore. We needed refrigerators, stoves, and cars, and no one had any money. I don't know. Bruce, Uncle Bruce, did you see the Ryan Cohn interview at Bitcoin conference? He is wonderful. Also, earnings are June 10th confirmed by GameStop. JV, absolutely, Bruce. That's what I was thinking, but waiting a bit more if the market retraces. Would you agree? Savage of Wall Street, boom! I just bought back 10 AI 2250 expiry 626, which received 251. I just paid 22 cents to buy them all back. Think you may have another. I believe those are cash secured puts. JV, you wanna, I don't know. Just keep an eye on this. You might be writing some more. Mr. T, hi, Uncle Bruce. I wrote 30 of these Qs, the 525, 527s at 30 cents yesterday. I got 905 profit. This is nuts. Is this legal? I like this game. 30 of them for 30 cents. Made $900. Welcome, Mr. T, to the party. You're going to love class number 19. Savage of Wall Street, thinking about rolling 20 AI $30 covered calls that expired Jan 26 to 35s for Jan 27. But I'm going to see how it pans out a little bit more. They're only trying to give me $1.50. I kind of want $3 more. Bobby, wow, ELF plus 24 today. I won a Bobby crazy. It was under $75 a few weeks back. Brian, ELF 26% gain. Holy cow! There you go. The Dow up only 24 points. We might go red on the Dow. We're only up 0.05 of a percentage point. The Qs are only up 315 at 522. Spiders are up 276. SoFi down 9. GameStop down 38 cents. Rocket Lab down 57. ASTS down only 5 cents. MSTR up 350. AI up 673. Are you able to buy back cash secured puts for cheap? Do it. Grab them back and say thank you. You can always roll up to a higher strike and take added dollars off the table. Super Micro up 45 cents. Nvidia is up 650. not 950. We're at 141.35 on Nvidia. Tesla up 680, Palantir down 86. Google is up only 43 cents. Apple up $1.08. Microsoft up $1.46. These aren't big gains. Meta is up 273. Broadcom up 24 cents. Amazon up $1.74. Intel down 9. Netflix down 19.50. We've got Coinbase up 230. Costco down 290. EI Lilly up 195. Uber down $4. Cisco down 12 cents. The Adobe shares are up $1.12. AMD up 217 at 115 a share. Unity down a dime. Enphase up 83. Moderna up 34 cents. Pfizer up 18 cents. IBM down 50. HPQ down 213 at 25.07. Home Depot up 130. Vanek is up $4. Goldman Sachs down 5.90. Boeing up 89. Target up 54. JP Morgan up a dime. Walmart up 4 cents. Disney up 31. American Airlines up 15 cents. DraftKings up 14 cents. AMC is at 353, only up 7. Royal Caribbean up 160 at the moment. Welcome all to the program. We've got volatility all over the place. Giddy up. Lee, Nvidia cover calls May 30. Call credit spreads. May 30, 149.50s are paying 14% on the Nvidia cover calls. Our stock is 142.15. Lee is looking at expiry tomorrow, 149.50 credit spreads, call credit spreads with a 14% credit. Henry, I wrote cash secured puts AI $20 expiring Jan 27 for $294. Those have got to be backing off, I would think. Giddy up, everybody. Cash in. Why not? Nvidia 142.12, up 731. It got up to 143.49. We've already dipped to 140.85. We've got a little bounce back now, but now we're giving it up again. 99 million traded. We'll see about this. How will it continue to trade as we continue on? Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining us today. Fun times at the OK Corral as we try to follow this market. Here we are. Okay, we're up 92 on the Dow. We're back to 141.50 on Nvidia, up 693. The Qs are up 426 at 523 right now. Okay. Are you making money out there? Anybody making money there? Way to go. SoFi is only down 2 cents. It's coming back. GameStop only down 10 cents. And Rocket Lab down 63. I would love to know if Cohen said anything interesting yesterday on this thingy. If anybody has any comments. I would sure love to see GameStop take a shot higher. We'll see what's going on. What else we got going on here? Okay, we're up to date on all those comments. Thank you, everybody. On our question of the day and our thumbs up meter, 271 of you have answered the question of the day today. Thank you. 129 thumbs ups are in the bin here. End of 25, the stock market will be higher. 49% think so. 31% think will be lower, and 19% will going to be the same. So higher, 50%, lower or the same, 50%, kind of 50-50. 272 responders. Thank you all for already coming into that question. If you can answer it, let me know. Please do that. Appreciate it. Thank you all for joining in today. I don't have good news everywhere, but, we're watching a lot of stuff here, and I got a bunch of you now looking at call credit spread opportunities. We'll see. Now, the Dow has recovered a bit. It's up 123. We've had a computer buy program come in. Is there any meat to the bones, or is this so-so? The GDP shrank less than the first reported last quarter. We'll see about this. United Health and Nvidia are the reason the Dow is up 100 and something points. We'll see about that, if that has staying power. The Qs are 523, 40. The Qs got down to 521.79, and they've been as high as 526 on the session, nowhere near last night's pop to 531. So the Qs are underperforming what we thought they would do when we heard the news last night about this court ruling. Juan M. JM, hey, I just got 620 for a January 2026 expiry, $30 cash secured put on AI. 21% return, or roughly 20-something percent return for January. That's excellent. Absolutely. $600 for $3,000. Yeah, nice going. Nice job there, JM, taking money off the table here. AI right now is at 29.16, up 6.14 a share. MSTR is up 5.19. ASTS is +7. Nvidia is holding 141.88, 141.59 now. Pardon me. Rocket Lab is down 73. GameStop down 25. SoFi down 6 cents. The Qs are 522.35, and the Dow now only up 46 points. The Dow just lost 80 points on that expiry or that short computer buy program. 21%. Say that again. Yeah, Charlie, I'm already up 67% on the Nvidia call spread, 150.52. I might just have to buy him back and write a new spread on the Qs. There you go, Charlie. Easy money, a nice little day trade. Very well executed. Nothing wrong with this move. 141.86 on Nvidia, only up 705. The Dow up 60 points, 50 points. NASDAQ up 177. More shrinkage happening here, more of a pullback. We'll see. Henry T, I bought back cash secured put AI 2250 that expires January. I sold it on the 27th of May. I sold it 2 days ago. I just bought it back for like way less. Well done, Henry. Keep up the good work, buddy. Get richer all the time. Get richer. Nice. SoFi down 4 cents, trying to come back, trying to go green. GameStop down 29. It's at 30.92 right now. And 141.64 on Nvidia. It's backing up again. 141.40, only up 660 on the Nvidia stock. So those of you doing call credit spreads on Nvidia, well out of that market, you're making money. Triple Qs are up 336 to 522. You want to be looking at 530s, 535s, 540s, whether they expire today or tomorrow or next week. You want to go higher if you can. Stay ahead of that Triple Q ETF with call credit spreads. JV, Nvidia, June 27th covered call credit spreads. These 165.70s are paying 28 centinos. Uncle Bruce, what do you think, or should I do the $10 spread? So you're looking at $28 for a $500 risk on this trade. 28 cents. It's about 5.5%, isn't it? So June 27th, that's the latter part of the month. I like the 165 number you've picked there. I do like that a lot. With the stock at 140, 150, writing 165.70s. Lovely. If you're doing the $10 spread, can you get a bigger credit? Is it worth your while? Check that out. I don't know if it'll be a percentage better, though. I doubt you're going to get 50 cents credit, but maybe you'll get 40 something. I don't know. Look into that. Again, this is one of those trades you might do now to score half or 3/4 of this money. But can you get more than 28-cent credit in your hands? Dude, it was a short interview with Ryan Cohen on GameStop, but full of his current insights. The key points is they're profitable, and they are focusing good corporate governance and fiscal discipline, and they bought 4,710 Bitcoin. And I'm waiting for the rest of this comment. Sure love to know what he paid for it. Don't we all? See what happens. The Qs are at 522.22, only up 331 right now. Spiders are only up 328. SoFi up 2 cents now. Your SoFi is green. SoFi is up 4 cents, 13.36. SoFi has gone green. GameStop down just 10 cents again, trying to come green as well. Rocket Lab down 67. Nvidia 141.50. The high trade on Nvidia today 143.49. So we've down about $2.12 from the high this morning on 109 million. Volume is petering back a little bit. Lisa, it's a glorious day to sell covered calls on AI, you know. I sold September 35s for 268 and Jan 40s for 308. Nice going, Lisa. Taking dollars off the table. Splair, since when have these crowns at some viewers? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Dude, when asked if they will buy more Bitcoin, we're not going to call our shots in advance for obvious reasons, he says. But GameStop is following GameStop's strategy. We're not following anyone else's strategy. So there he's being careful and smart guy. I mean, he's no dummy. The guy bought his own stock at 21.55, people. Then he bought crypto. You know, here we are. Giddy up, everybody. SoFi up 5 cents. GameStop up 5 cents. Thank you. Rocket Lab down 57. Nvidia 141.53. Splair, oh, fancy. YouTube is now showing up how much activity we have. The more we comment, the more experience we get. Interesting. Amandu 5, where's my crown? Laughing out loud. How come I don't have a crown telling me how active I am here? What's going on here? Splair, number 1 crown. Splair was number 3. Charlie, number 1. I don't know how often this is done here. You see these crowns showing up. Is it only the first 3? I'm just a guy trying to figure out what was going on. I don't run this. I'm just a guy trying to help you make money. That's all I'm doing here. We got another comment here from Dude. Nothing about what their cost average was. I assume we'll know around earnings. I expect they'll keep their habit of secrecy, right? Splair Mandu is number 27 and 50. I don't know what this means. DH. Neat. Tom, I'm not sure if everyone knows. I found out yesterday options on ETFs and indexes close at 415. Again, lesson 19. Coming to a channel near you. Yes, we have a lot to cover here, and we will get into all of this. Like I said, we've got a lot to learn. I got a ton to pass on to you guys. Credit spread and put spread writers on ETFs. Jen, good morning.
Hello.
How are you?
You're tired.
Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I woke up early this morning because I had a lot to follow here for you.
Sleep.
Can't sleep right now with what's going on. So much going on, but I am paying the price.
What is going on? Why are things some green, some red? Aren't we paying attention?
Well, there's a lot going on. We've talked about a lot of this already. But yeah, the courts ruled one way against Taco Boy. Now we're, you like that? She liked that one. Now the talk is, well, he's going to come up with other ways to put in tariffs.
Social media.
Yes. So the market's going, we're really not getting rid of these. It's just they're going to be danced around. They're going to dance around the law, and they're going to keep pushing,
What happens to all of the tariffs that the other countries have put on America?
That they aren't going away.
Are they going away?
I'm not hearing all about that.
We hear the word being bandied about that these are retaliatory.
Bandied about
tariffs. So if we're not being tariffed, then does that mean we don't tariff back?
The damage is being done right now. Damage is being done as we speak. And every day this is in place, damage is being done to the economy.
There was the report saying how many jobs this is costing the world.
Yeah, and America in particular, of course. Sure, absolutely. This is not, it's not all peaches and cream. AI broke 30, says Lisa.
And Nvidia came up with great numbers.
Nvidia did. Wing Commander, that was your movie quote of the day. Bobby, I don't remember. If you're not first on crowns, you're last. says Bobby.
Are the crowns because the king came?
No,
Is
there's
that
new
why?
thing. There's a new thing now. If you comment on my channel
Yeah,
and you're a frequent commentator,
yes.
it seems that the YouTube algorithmic thing gives you a crown and a number, like a 1, 2, or a 3. And I don't know what else it gives you.
But who wants to be a commentator when you can be a spectacular tater?
it just gets worse, doesn't it? It doesn't get better at all. So this morning I noticed certain people had purple crowns beside their names, beside their avatars.
Can you show me?
And yeah, I'll show you right over here on the channel. Here we go. There's Splair,
Oh, I
crown
see.
number 1, you see.
Okay, yeah.
There's Dude, crown number 3. Charlie, crown number 3.
What's
and
that mean?
I don't
What's the
know
ranking?
for sure. Now, Splair's really looking into this.
I think Splair should start making one-word comments,
you
and
know,
then let's see if we can
I don't know.
bump it up.
It varies. I have no idea. I'm just a guy
Wouldn't it be
trying to
nice
help
if they
people make
warned
money.
you about changes?
You know what? I think
You think they do and you ignore it
I think YouTube, well, I know for a fact YouTube sends me stuff
all the time.
all the time, and they drown me in it, and I just ignore it.
Yes.
I don't have time
It's
for
not
all
one
of their
ignore.
gobbledygook things they're trying to do. I'm trying to help people get rich.
That's it.
That's it. I've got Gold Eagle members. I've got Chillin' members. I've got I got subscribers, and I have lurkers. And I'm trying to help people make a lot of money in the market live every day. And Google with YouTube keeps saying, "Oh, we're doing this now, and we're doing this now, and you can do this now." And I'm going, "Shut up! Stop bothering me with this crap." They've even offered me a YouTube advisor. Oh, great! I don't have time. I'm just not. Sorry. When I was in my first year as a YouTuber, I would have been thrilled to have had. I tried to talk to YouTube desperately. No one got back to me. Then I got ripped off by YouTube. I got ad revenue taken away from me on my other channel because they accused my channel of being a bot, and it was terrible. I got treated like garbage by YouTube. So today I look at YouTube and go, it's a service. I make them money by offering these. They let me make money by offering those. I do my classes. I do one-on-ones. People send me donations through PayPal. And hey, here I am. I'm just trying to help you get rich. I don't know about all the crown crap and whatever. I just don't know. Free range. Have a great day, everybody. Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. Richard, Carl, and good morning, Auntie Jen. 1, the market goes up. I roll my calls higher. Neat. 1, JV, good morning, Auntie Jen. Tom, good morning, Auntie Jen. Dude, it's worth checking out for anyone interested in a 6-minute watch. He explains his Bitcoin thesis. It sounds to me, as he said it, Mike H., it's the art of the deal, baby. Lisa Taco has probably never heard of the International Trade Court. Charlie, stink offer set to buy back my Nvidia call spread. Right on, Charlie. Dude, plus they said 10 million people were watching live, so not bad. Mike H., I approve. President Taco Camacho. Splair, thanks for your information, dude. Richard, I'm a crownie. Tom, no one will beat Splair TV. Dude, I'm one of the main crowns. Splair, I will give you a possibility, but Auntie Jen nailed it. Dude, I'm third in line to the royal family, Auntie Jen. Jeff Glass, I had a crown in the pre-show.
He's third in the line of succession.
He's third in the line of succession.
That's what it is.
Do you still do private coaching? What's your success rate? Asks Udabuga with a $2 donation. There you go. Well, I don't know. What have any of you had a one-on-one with me and have found it helpful to make money? Or have any of you had a one-on-one with me and it didn't help you make money? Let Udabuga whatever know. Why should I answer this question? Shouldn't the viewers answer the? Yeah, I can see these crowns causing comment flood, says D.H. Ruda. James, the Mystery Tree. No, Auntie Jen, no. Charlie, boom, stink bid hit. I sold Nvidia 150.52 call spread for 26. I just bought it back in an hour for 5 cents. I love this game. There you go, Charlie. Bobby, Antigen, yes, you. Charlie, classes are worth every penny, says Charlie. Dennis, triple Qs, wow. Bobby, can spam too. I don't know what's going on here. Richard, I was number one when the show started. Now nothing. Sounds like on a per show basis or something. I have no idea. The Dow's up 1.6 points, down 11 points. We're not going anywhere. Qs are down to 519, only up 91 cents. The Dow is red. We were up 600 in the pre-market. Taco Boy isn't happy with this. Bobby, the top. James, well done, Charlie, on those
I just love that a reporter
spreads.
asked him that.
Oh, yeah. Blair, I have lately a meta advisory class since I'm unfortunately monetized there. Anyways, $31. GameStop holding the bottom. JV, Charlie, JV, it's a great trade. Congrats. Well done, everyone. Way to go. Blair says, when our private meeting counts in that direction, then just talking to Uncle Bruce is already enough to switch into a part-time after a few months. There you go. Have a one-on-one. Have any of you had a one-on-one with me and have lost money because of it? Or have you had a one-on-one with me and you've made money because of it? Are you a better option writer now than you were before you had a one-on-one? Let that guy know. Where are you at?
They have a better handle on their personal profile.
Sure. Yeah.
What they want to do and how to do it.
Exactly. 139.91 on Nvidia. It's under 140 now, only up 510. The Dow's negative. S&P's only up 13. NASDAQ up 71. The Qs are only up 116. They were at 530 this morning. They're now 520, falling off the table. Jeff, I don't have Nvidia money, so I was playing with fire writing puts on Nvidia. Double ETF was caught in a big slide in February and was put the shares at 48. Boeing Tiger equity and ETF options expire at 4 Eastern time on expiry date. However, some select ETF options continue trading until 4:15 on the same day. The expiry time is different from the last trading time. Boeing Tiger as options can be exercised until 5:30 p.m. Eastern after the market closes. Jeff, it fell all the way to $27 on Liberation Day. I sold 100 shares at 58 this morning for a $1,000 gain. All right, Jeff, well done indeed. Welcome everyone to the program. Thank you for being here. Auntie Jen, what should I do with my bagel today?
You want cold cuts and cheese?
I think so. Yeah, and yeah, let's do that, sure. And let's go with it for sure today. Thank you all for being here, and well done making money, kids. I said this market has gone from way up to now flat, kind of close to flat. What are we going to get the rest of the day? Unbelievable. JM, thank you for that PayPal donation. It just came through. I appreciate it. Any of you who want to register for Class 19, registrations are open. Description down below, and how to register, all described down below. And I will be sending out emails to all of you shortly confirming that I've received your funds, that you're in for the class. Do send me a private email after you make your donation to send me with your private email so I can now know which email to send you a link to on June the 14th when we do our get-together, okay?
And I swear it'll start earlier.
Yes, Jeff Glass, I wrote a Jan 26 $75 call on the other 100 shares for $860. JM, neat. There you go. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you so much, all of you who support this YouTuber, however you do it. Jen and I are going to be visiting our Costco store in Calgary on Sunday. We haven't shopped at Costco in Calgary since December, so we will be picking up a whole bunch of provisions on Sunday, and we're going to get together Sunday evening for a dinner with our daughter and her boyfriend to catch up on things. So these donations are handy as hell. Thank you very much for letting us know. and keeping us alive. Thank you, Susan Shops. I want a crown. James, I wonder about the XP for crowns. What about that? Welcome all to the program. The Dow now is up 53 points. Qs are up 164. Spiders up 209. SoFi down 2. GameStop up 7. Rocket Lab down 84. Nvidia is at 140.38. Here we are all over the map right now. Welcome all to the program. James the Mystery Tree. It seems like Splair got one almost right away without as much commenting this morning. For some reason, maybe it's his history of commenting on the channel. I don't know. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, whatever it is. Giddy up. Thank you all for joining in today. Let's take a look at the comment of the question of the day. 285 people have answered the question of the day, and the thumbs up meter continues to roll along with 138 thumbs ups in the house. Thank you, everybody, with that. Try to get to 200. We hit beautifully 200 plus yesterday. Was it 250 yesterday? It was very good. We've got the question of the day. At the end of 25, the stock market will be higher, lower, or the same. 49% say it'll be higher. 31% say it'll be lower. 20% of you say it'll be right where it is right now. That's an interesting set of comments. I appreciate this. We'll find out as the day goes on, this show goes on, what your commentary, your feelings are on this. Thank you all for joining in here. Let's go. Continuing on here. Jen is sneezing away. She's the Philippe's is already getting to her. It's already hitting her sinuses. There you go. Thank you all for being part of this show today. Okay, another refresh right there. 285 votes are now in, and the thumbs up meter is now 139. Okay. Let's go. Does this include comments from other shows? I have no idea. Susan Shops, Charlie, that was a very nice trade you made there this morning already on those credit spreads. Well, you can always donate for XP on your crowns, folks, but for now you must all bow to Splair. There you go. Whatever that means. Thank you all. 520.01 on the Qs. Up $1.10. That's all they're up. They were up $11 this morning in the pre-market. Not anywhere near that now. The Dow's only up 8 points. It's falling again. We're backing off again. We might go red another time. Richard says no. Current show only for crown designations. Oh, okay, whatever that means. We're down 6 cents on SoFi. Down 1 cent on GameStop. Down 3.38 on the Dow. We're down $1.08 on Rocket Lab. Nvidia up $4.90 at 139.72. ASTS down 24. MSTR only up 48 cents. AI at 29.50, holding 6.50 gain. Supermicro down 26. Tesla up $4.26. Palantir down 185. The Google shares are off 52. Apple is up 62. Microsoft only up 41 cents. Facebook, Meta Platforms down 16 cents. Broadcom down 166. Amazon up 140. Intel down 15. Netflix down $24. Coinbase down 240. Costco down 479. EI Lilly up 340. Uber down 430 now. Cisco down 40. So it's a mixed bag. Not all red, not all green, but the Dow is down 15 points, and we're up 10 on S&P, which is 18/100ths of a percentage point, and the NASDAQ is only up 1/3 of a point, giving up a lot of ground right now. Spiders are up 111. Qs are only up 88 cents, 519.79. Okay, that is where we're at right now. Watching this market in the shooting towards the red, certainly not running away with us or on us at the moment. Everyone, welcome to the program. Thank you all for being here with me so far this morning. Okay, opportunities to write credit spreads, I think, are out there. Let the market indicate to you what direction it wants to go, and then take advantage of it. I say, watching right now, different stocks doing different things. Down $1 on Rocket Lab, down 11 on SoFi, down 2 on GameStop, only up 70 cents on Q's. MicroStrategy is off 70 cents right now. Yeah. Interesting session here today. Thank you all for being part of the program and being part of the family today. We got up to 143.49 on Nvidia. We're now at 139.56. So it's almost a $4 pullback from the high of the session so far. Still up 475, but we did not get near $150. 153 is the high of the year. We have not seen that. That's the high of all time on Nvidia. We're now back to 139.76. So gave up ground there for sure. Okay. Thank you all for joining me this morning from wherever you are. Again, the thumbs up meter keeps climbing closer to the 150 mark, 142 now, shooting for 200 every day. We have 289 people answering our question of the day. Thank you for that participation. By all means, hit that poll question. Give us your thoughts on where we're at. Is anyone making money out there? Let me know. Are one-on-ones worth your while? How many one-on-ones have some of you had? I'd love to know that. Maybe let the world know. How many times have you looked me up for a one-on-one consultation in private? Has it been one time? Has it been 2 times? I know a number of you have had multiple one-on-ones with me since 2021. Love to know if any of you keeping track. How many times have you had a one-on-one with me? Thank you all for all of you. Sprayer wants to see Crowns number 4, number 5. You know, limit seems to be actually 150 XP. I'm sure how I was beating Charlie so quickly, but maybe because I have twice the YouTube premium. I don't know. Dude, it might have something to do with Splayer's rodent relation to the Pope. That might be it right there. That could be it. Who knows what's giving crowns, who's getting top crowns or not. I don't know. We're down 4 points on the Dow. We're down 6 now on the Dow. We're only up 70 on NASDAQ. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the program. Thank you for being part of the show today. Thank you for participating with us and saying hi to everybody. SoFi down 12 cents. GameStop down a penny. Rocket Lab is off 115 a share. 139.81 on Nvidia, up $5. Not up 10. Not up 15. The option market was indicating a 15% move on Nvidia. Possibility didn't happen. Never happened. We only moved around 5.5% here, and now we're backing off. So, not getting a big kicker for that. Kind of makes sense, though. I kind of get it. Kind of itchy there. Welcome all to the program. Thank you. It was a papal decision, says dude. You know, JB. I wrote 10 call credit spreads, 165.70. For June 27th, Uncle Bruce, but they paid $200. It's been going down. That's why. 165.70. Are you talking Nvidia? You wrote the June 27th expiry Nvidia's, and you got 20 cents to get you $200. And right now we're at 139 on the stock. So you are out of the money, $26. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, it is Nvidia. Call credit spread right there. So you're nicely ahead of the market. You took the $200. Hey, stock falters here to 135, 130. Those might be down to a dime. I don't know. It's you're not going to make 20 cents today on that trade. That is going to be a grind to your direction, but you're learning here how these work. Like I say, you're learning. Being well out of the fire, good idea, a very good idea. Okay, 139.84. Hopefully early next week we will close this out. There you go. Exactly. As time goes by, these shrink out no matter what. Time and of course market movement absolutely will come your way. 42-point gain on the Dow, a 48-point gain. We have a computer buy program kicking in again, a second one now. We had one earlier that ran the market up 120 points and it gave it all back. Now we're up 48. Is there any more behind it, or have we already petered out on this buy program? The Qs are at 520.39, 520.54. Is that it? I don't know. We'll see. SoFi down 9, GameStop down 5, Rocket Lab down 102, and Nvidia 140.26. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you. These odd little computer buy programs kick in. I don't know if they're going to have any staying power or not. Time will tell about that. Again, the question of the day, 292 votes have come through. Thank you for that. And on the thumbs up meter now, 146, 54 to 200. Thank you for helping out, everybody. Giddy up. A 57, 58-point gain on the Dow now. A little better, not a lot. Is it already petering out? I wonder. SoFi down 5, GameStop down 9. Not much of a run going on there. JM, I just rolled my Amazon $220 covered call to a $225 covered call for an additional $125 in cash. $625 extra bucks just for holding if exercised. Come and get me, baby. He's got 5 of them, just brought in $625. You can buy a big screen TV for $625. That's how much that is worth. So yes, well done, JM. Charlie just sold 8 triple Q 526 528s for a 15-cent premium. So this is a $2 spread for 7.5%. Dies today. Trades done for the day. Arms folded, but watching. So 8 times 50 cents, $120 on top of the money he's made already. He's just sitting here going, hey, we're $8 out of the money, 7 out of the money. Let these babies die. I'll take the money. Thank you very much. Giddy up. Making daily dollars. Day money, we like to call it. In Calgary, they have an expression called day money. That is if you are a chuck wagon driver at the Stampede, every day they have 10 heats, and the winner of each of the heats wins day money. The fastest wagon of the day, the top 3-4 guys, they win additional day money. And that's how they keep those wagons running. They go, of course, for the end of the tournament. The number 1 wagon with 10 consecutive races with the shortest time gets the big $200,000 payoff or something like that. But day money is what keeps hay coming for the horses and chow for the cowboys. All the rodeos have day money. The bareback, bronc riders, the bull riders, all the gals who are riding the barrel races, day money is what pays for the horses, keeps the hay coming and keeps the pork and beans coming for the cowboys. Makes for a fun session around the campfire every night, eating those beans. Yes, so the day money, baby. Those of you who are making day money, congratulations. Charlie, neat. James Misty Tree, neat. Yes, indeed. Day money it is. Well done, credit spread writers. You're taking day money every day. Some of you now are bringing in 100 a day, 200 a day, 400 a day, 600 a day. There are 20 days in a month, typically, sometimes 22, 23 trading days. It varies. But if you can get 20 trading days together where you're bringing in 400 a day, you're making $8,000 a month. That's $100,000 a year. Bringing in $600 a day in day money, that is $12,000 a month, $144,000 a year. Hello. Can you get to the top 10%? You need to make $5,000 a week, $1,000 a day, day money. Can you get yourself to $1,000 a day, day money? If you can bring in a 20-cent spread on a triple Q, an SPX, SPY, a contract that dies You can bring in $20 a contract. You need to bring in $1,000 a day. You need 50 contracts to make you $20 each. That's $1,000 a day. That is $250,000 a year. That is top 10 percentile demographic economic ranking. That puts you ahead of 90% of the rest of America or Canada. That is a nice upper middle class lifestyle. $1,000 a day, 50 contracts a day. Look, if your spread is $5, $55 spreads, $25,000 of capital is what you need to make $250,000 a year. Why is day trading, 0 day to expiry, so popular among the people out there? There are gamblers out there with 5, 10 grand trying to make 30, 50, 70 cents a day on option trades. They're just trying to do the opposite of what you're doing. They're gambling, though, on a dying contract that dies today. You are the casino going, I know these contracts died today. That's why I write them. I write them out of the money because they die this afternoon. I'm taking 20, 30, 40, 50 cents credit off of these trades. I am making day money here. I'm going into the upper 10 percentile of this demographic. There are people making more than $1,000 a day, much more than $1,000 a day, and that's why you are going to get into this 3, 4, 500,000 a year range or more as you continue to learn how to do this. Welcome to the party, pal. Susan Shops. Does anyone like the Q's May 30 call spread? 35 40s. I can do this for 15 cents, or is that not enough? There you go. I don't know. Oh, here's something that's enough. Thank you, Auntie Jen. Got the bagel of the day. Ham, cheese, turkey, with mustard from Philippe's. Look, if you're doing a $5 spread and bringing in 15 cents, it's a 3% return. But you're 535, 540 with a 521 market. This is a expiry for tomorrow. Not a bad trade to consider. Dude, yesterday I wrote an 8-day $53 call in the morning. I rolled it to a $43 today. I brought in $60 just like that, lowering my cost average to the negatives. It's all free money at a certain point on GameStop. One bagel time, bagel. There you go. The Dow is up 66 on another little run. Now it's only up 41 as we are consolidating that. The Qs are up 212, SoFi down 4, GameStop down 8, Rocket Lab down 98, Nvidia 140.73, up 592. ASTS down 53 cents, MSTR down up 59, AI holding 29.65, up 6.63. Okay, Susan Shop says not bad, and you could make it an iron condor when the market settles in to bring even more, and that is right. That is correct. We will be talking about all of this on lesson number 19, June 14th, Saturday at noon Eastern. Register today, get your spot, learn how to get richer. Welcome all to the channel. Thank you for joining us. The Dow's only up 1 point. Very nice. JV, triple Qs expiring today. $5 spread, 528 to 533. It's paying 27 cents on a credit spread. I think this is a good one. 5.4% on your money for today. Not bad. Call credit spreads, of course. Yes, indeed. They're up 191 to 520.80, and these are 528.33s, and the market is at 520.76. There you go. Dow's up 3 points. Charlie says that's a decent 1 day trade, Susan. The one that you're quoting, that's a decent 1 day trade. This is the expiry tomorrow, May 30. Friday expiry, 535, 540 call credit spread with a 15-cent return. There you go. You might close it at the end of the day today. Susan, now I might feel better if that the Q spread to expire June 2nd for a 30-cent credit. And if it drops more today or tomorrow, I can buy back for 15 for that 3% return. I think that feels safer. Again, time is your friend. You can go further out for bigger credits. I was wrong. They changed it to 12 cents only, says JB. There you go. These fluctuate. They change at a moment's notice. Welcome all to the program. The Dow's up 50. Volatility today, all over the map here. Of course, I'm eating a bagel, you know.
We're doing what we can. Doing what we can for you.
Love to target SoFi and GameStop and just have them go straight up the more I eat a bagel. That would be great. We're up a nickel. We're only down the nickel on SoFi. We're down 33 on GameStop and Rocket Lab's down 98. It's not working. Double D, Uncle Bruce, vertical calls can be written in TTIRA. Interesting. That would be a tasty trade. You can do vertical credit spreads in tasty trade. Interesting. Henry, I just wrote a cash secured put for Rocket Lab. $27 strike, July expiry for $246. Stock's $27.91. It's worth 91 cents book value. He's writing it for $246. Expiry in July. 6-7 weeks. Interesting. Sorry. Not in the money. Out of the money. Pardon me. Great trade. Great trade. Great trade. Cutting edge. I sold a bunch of cash secured puts today on my favorite. Brought in almost $2,000. Thank you, gamblers. I brought in a bunch of additional cash. Earning interest on a bunch of additional cash. Splair, I'm not losing my crown yet, but it seems Duda is now at number 5 instead of number 4 due to Juan's comments. Go for you. Really? Oh boy. Oh boy. United and JetBlue form an alliance. Have you heard this news today? What do you think about this? My thinking on it is there's only 5 or 6 big airlines left, and they're not like there's 3 or 4 giants, and then there's the others. But with United and JetBlue working together on code sharing and awarding each other's points for each other's flights, what are they doing? They're merging without merging. They're becoming a single company without becoming a single company. And they're protecting each other. In other words, they're colluding against consumers to protect their airfares from competition with each other. United will not fly in competition with JetBlue and vice versa, so they make a deal. You don't fly here, I won't fly there, and we'll allow the passengers to share points with each other. In other words, you pay a lot more money for each flight that you take with these airlines to get points that are worth 1% of your cost, and you lose out on 20, 30, 40, 50% savings. This is, I think, illegal. But what do I know? I'm just a guy looking at it going, man, in the old days, you would have a new airline show up, would start offering flights that these two guys offer, and I pick them off. I go, from here to here, you want to charge $150? I can operate an airline at $130. $129.99, I'll knock you out. And I don't offer any points. I'm just saving you $20 a flight per person, or $20 each direction. And I'll just make it a cheaper service than someone else. And that will knock these legacy carriers off their perch. Doesn't seem the Justice Department is interested in stopping this. I don't know. We'll see. Did you see that Unity run the last couple of days, Uncle B? Probably not. Where are we at now? It's a pop up higher from 21 range to 25. Good giddy up. $9.9 billion market cap, still small outfit. They can do that. It seems interesting. AI is doing similar things. Anyway, thank you all. People are talking to each other about the crown thing, whatever. The Dow's up 7. Q's 520.70. SoFi down 9. GameStop down 45. Rocket Lab down 124. Nvidia is at 140.26. Thank you all for being through here, helping us out, pushing the thumbs up meter. Are we over 150? Not quite. 147. 297 responders answering my question of the day today. Dow's up 15.8. VIX negative 10. Oil down to $1.05. Haven't mentioned oil all day today, really. Brian says their GameStop 5.6 million volume, lower than the last couple of days, right? IV 30 down to 91. Yeah, GameStop volume has really tanked compared to the other days. We were doing what, 40, 50 million a day. Don't even know if we'll do 20 million today. Now, I wonder if Bitcoin
were to go to 115,000, would GameStop really pick up volume? Bitcoin right now, 107,139, up 162 bucks. So kind of quiet on Bitcoin. Interesting. Oh my. Quite the run on the Dow today. Up and down, up and down. Brian, I like how actual news about owning Bitcoin and the stock drops. So much fun on my covered calls. Doughboy, I'm fairly new. Just set my first spider covered a call credit spread. 597,604, May 30 expiry. So that's tomorrow. I got $1.08. Am I too close to the fire? 597,604. We're at 590 at the moment. So you're $7 out. Down. We're up 236 today. So, you know, a $7 move from here, 590 to 597. Is about what, 1.5%? So it's possible we can get that kind of volatility. Tomorrow's option expiry day. But on the other hand, you know, if we lose 3 or 4 points today to get down to 586, you'll be 11 out going into tomorrow, which is a 2% protection. 108 is an excellent return though for your money. What do you got? A $7 spread there, bringing in $1.08. What is that? 15%. I'm going to guess that as the session wears on today, if you don't go over, say 592, we can't get over 592 later, stay around 590, 589, you're going to see already 20 cents of shrinkage, 30 cents of shrinkage come your way. Yeah, I mean, you know, time is your friend here. No question with the tomorrow expiry. But we'll have to get through the session of today and the overnight, see where we are. But you've stepped ahead and you're saying, I'm up here. So let's see what gives. Welcome, Doughboy, says Splair. You're always welcome here. Dude, it's such a small amount of Bitcoin relative to the market cap. But if they kept buying it, it could do some very interesting things. It seems like he's just putting a toe in the Bitcoin. This is Mr. Cohen. Yeah, well, there's people comparing GameStop to MSTR. Not a fair comparison. I mean, MSTR is into billions of dollars of Bitcoin. GameStop anywhere from 300 to 500 million, depending on who you believe has got the right number. Doughboy, I'm one of those guys that are looking to leave their day job. So I'm going to try this out. Thanks for the feedback. Well, you know, Doughboy, you brought in here. Let me go back to your comment. You wrote your covered call. You wrote your call credit spread for 108. Now, you did one trade to try it. Fair enough. No problem. Well done. Great. One position cost, you need $700 to bring in 108. And if these die worthless tomorrow, you make $108 in 24 hours. Now, I suspect, Doughboy, that you're like me and everyone else on this channel. We're all the same here. You are, over the weekend, you're going to analyze this trade very closely, as you should. And you're probably going to figure out that had you done 10 of these, would have required $7,000 of capital to bring in $1,080. It's all relative, isn't it? But there comes a point in time where a certain amount of capital coming in, multiplied by 10 turnarounds a month, 20 turnarounds a month. If you can bring in $1,000, $1,080, doing 10 of these, and you can do 10 of these trades in a month, so every second day, you're talking about generating $10,800 a month in income. Talk about quitting a day job, and you're talking about using $7,000 of capital to quit a day job. This is what blows people's minds on the outside world who don't understand this. If you've got $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 lying about, and you can do a 0 day to expiry at the same time, you can do a 1 day, a 2 day, a 3 day, a 4 day, a 5 day. You can carry 5 different trades simultaneously for $5,000 a trade or something like that. You can bring in, 300 here, 400 here, 500 here, and you're doing 300, 400, 500 daily profit pulls. That's $10,000 a month on not a lot of capital. In other words, you could try to quit your day job with only $10,000 in your hands, but you're going to have to be extremely and perfectly correct every single day on every single trade. Where if you happen to have a credit spread on Qs, SPYs, Nvidia, Apple, Google, you got several stocks, several positions, some are weeklies, some are dailies. You're spreading the risk out over 4, 5, 6 different spreads at the same time. And on a weekly basis, it brings you $3,000 in profit in a week. That's $12,000 a month. And there you go. You go, well, I need $6,000 to live on. So the other 6 can stay in the account, and I can be even less successful to bring in $12,000 a month. And if you build your account to $100,000 and you're trying to bring out $12,000 a month, you need to be even less good at it on a percentage basis. It gets to the point where you have enough capital that you're managing where you're half as successful as someone with a smaller amount of money. You make more money than they make. It gets that easy. Because a loaf of bread is a loaf of bread, no matter who it is that's buying it, a billionaire or a pauper, a loaf of bread is a certain price. And that's the name of the game here. Well done. Welcome to the party, pal. I hope it works very well for you. Brian, hey, when did they buy and at what price? Brian wants to know more questions than answers. You're talking about GameStop. Brian, ER is only about 2 weeks away, actually, so we should know then as far as earnings for GameStop. We'll find out. Eventually, we'll know. We'll see. We're up 53 on the Dow now. We're up 29 on S&P, and we're up 160 on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is up 0.84%. The Dow is up 0.13, and the S&P is up a half a percentage point. The VIX is down 9 cents. Oil down 99 cents a barrel. There you have it. Doughboy says, hey, I appreciate the feedback. We're taking the classes and trying to figure out if I'm wasting my time working rather than writing full time. Class number 19 has got your name all over it for June the 14th coming up. Saturday, June 14th, noon Eastern. Jen and I will be conducting class 19 from Calgary. That is your class. Credit spreads for puts and calls on 0 day to expiry contracts. We're going to go into that very heavily. And I have a feeling you're going to get a lot out of that class to make you an even deadlier option writer. 1 JM with 80% plus. If BTC not moving, it's almost like gold. Brian, do they have to disclose the exact position of any stock because they own it? Say 1,000 shares of Apple at 200. I as an example, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if GameStop has to do this. Because if the amount of money that they're managing is small enough in any one position, they may not have to declare very much. They're not operating as an ETF. They're not operating like a mutual fund. They're a publicly traded company that buys and sells entities or pieces of entities. They may have a 30-day rule. They may have a 90-day rule. I don't know. But as time goes by, we'll see how this plays itself out. Dude, new GAAP accounting rules require a price disclosure based on the price at the close of the quarter versus what they paid. And this could be because of crypto. The GAAP accounting rules and SEC disclosure rules may only have to do with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. There could be a different rule for stocks. Don't know for sure. Dude, new Bitcoin accounting rules went into practice this year for all publicly traded companies. We're talking about that. Well, we'll follow it, and we'll let you know when we know. We're up 30 points on the Dow right now. We're fluctuating around here. We're up 337 on Qs, 522.28. SoFi is down 3 cents. GameStop is down 70. Rocket Lab down 103. Nvidia is up 673 to 141.54. We have a little lift coming. Intraday, partial day. ASTS down 48. MSTR down is up 358 now. AI up 669, 29.71. Supermicro down 3 cents. Tesla up 6.43. Thank you all for joining Jennifer and I today. Thank you for being here. Hope you learned something new today. Appreciate all of your commentary, crown holders, whatever you are. Thank you again for picking up classes. Those of you registering for lesson 19, go right ahead. We'll process those for you, and we'll reserve a seat for you. Thank you all. Get richer, please. A lot richer. Keep making the money. Any of you want to do a one-on-one session, you know how to find me. Get a hold of me through email. In the meantime, Jen and I will keep an eye on these markets as usual. And thank you for those of you sending us emails and letting us know how it's going for you. Have a great rest of your day today for Thursday, May 29. Tomorrow we're on the air for May 30th, Friday, option expiry day. Should be fun. One, neat. Don't forget the knee emojis. Thank you, everyone, for being with us again today. We'll catch you tomorrow morning early. I'll be watching the market in the meantime. Just get richer, everybody. Henry, thanks, Bruce. Charlie, thanks for your time, Uncle B. Have a great day, everybody. Charlie, make your dough, people. Get richer today. Keep us posted, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Jen and I are saying our sayonaras in 3 and 2 and 1. Bye.